shoes because they look badass, and a shield. I've tried changing some settings again to help upload speed, because part 2 I was uploading from about 11 o'clock in the morning and it didn't finish uploading until around about half 12, so that's not really a good thing. While I remember, I'll buy some food for our men. And bread and grain don't spoil, but things like beef and pork and chicken, they will go off, so will grapes. Things that don't go off are things like dried fish and meat, as well as breads and grains. Now then, as you can see, one of the lords here, all with varying titles. Be polite, you're more likely to get a mission. And all you ask is, do you have any tasks for me? And we get a manhunt. And he's sending us all the way across the map, so what we'll do is, on our little journey across there, we will try and recruit some more men. 16 is probably a good number right now. I wasn't expecting that many men at the very beginning to join up with me. And it looks like these people are going to attack me, and I'm not sure. No, they didn't. I thought the enemy had ganged up on me there, because some bandits will group up like we did with the enemy lord earlier on. What you want to do when you're being chased by cavalry is get your men together, form them up, and have them stand as close together as possible. That way they will act as a kind of blob of death which cavalry should get stuck in. Because if your men are spread out, it's really easy to pick them off when you're on horseback, as I showed before with the Saranid infantry. And I will try and be a bit of a distraction here, so that my men can throw their spears and Deshavi can use a bow. As you can see, they got stuck on my infantry line, so that went according to plan at least. Now we do have to try and keep as many people alive here as possible, because there is another group of bandits waiting to attack us once these guys are dead. As you can see, these guys will just try and avoid you and shoot you with arrows. So I think what I'll do now is have my infantry charge, now that they've soaked up that initial charge of the cavalry's, because the cavalry will just float around and try and shoot them. As you can see, their horses are faster than mine. But eventually they will run out of arrows, because your enemy do have a limited amount of ammunition, just like you do. Now that he's off his horse, he's not really a threat. My men will deal with him. I'm more interested in the horsemen. I went back to deal with him there because that man was on his own against what I thought was 2 people. And I can't really afford to lose anybody right now, so I decided to help out the man on his own rather than everyone who was ganging up on that man. And another battle won. Hopefully we get some decent rewards for this. Another horse, we can give that to one of our heroes. And throwing weapons, always useful. And a turban. Why not? We're in the desert, I think it's fitting. A better shield, actually. And of course, some more people ready to upgrade.
Your money or your life.
straight away, one hit kill. I will try and lure them around closer to my men now so that they can take pot shots with the rocks and arrows and things that they have. And I'm not actually this good with throwing weapons, I was just getting really lucky there. Although I do think I probably won't keep these for very long. Now I'll let my man charge and chase these men down before they break away. And now you'll see what I was talking about earlier, with routed enemies gaining a major speed boost. And that armor is not as good as ours, so we won't be wearing it, but it might come in handy for one of our people. I think I want rid of those now. And of course, more upgrades. And Ferentis here will be, if he can use them. No, we can't, but hopefully he can get on a horse. Yes. And to change a unit's type, you click on them, and you can change them for any of these groups. Deshavi will become an archer. I'll probably recruit a couple of extra men to become in that archer division with her. And we'll take out this last group of desert bandits and probably end off the video. If we can catch them, which I don't think we will. No, we can't. So instead we will get back to our quest. Oh, no, they have turned around and tried to fight us. So, once again, just hold this position and get nice and tight with each other. And then I want cavalry to follow me. And now we are going to give Ferentis free rein to run around and shoot and chase whoever he wants. Your heroes do get knocked out quite often when you first get them. Shouldn't worry about it. They will heal, because your hero units are impossible to kill. Now that initial charge has happened, we'll tell our men to charge. That's a bit disappointing, one of our people got couched lance damage. As you can see, even cavalry, when the AI is playing as them, they will try and run into the largest group possible and just charge straight through. That very rarely works because they just get bogged down in a big sea of flesh and very sharp and pointy objects. Although this man is an archer, so he will try his best to avoid groups of enemies. Not that that seemed to help him. We had one man killed and one wounded. Not too bad of a result, and we got another horse for our other hero. And some more upgrades. And our first real cavalry unit. Actually, I think I will keep Deshavi on foot with her being an archer. As you can see, everyone's health and stats is displayed. Oh, I think we will be avoiding this huge blob of bandits. Or apparently not, unless I can make it to this castle in time, which doesn't look like it's going to happen.
We'll have our pay, or we'll have our fun.
And we will pay these people off. Because I need to get into that castle. Now, well, it's night time and visibility is reduced. We'll try and get to Amarad. He can't quite afford all that, and I don't really want to let it go. And it doesn't have that much decent armor either. Quickly check the weapons. And the tavern. See if there's any more NPCs who we can pick up. Now this here is Alan. He's a noble. Well, his name's Alayan, but I call him Alan. And I don't like him because he's pretty much a snobbish dickhead. And that was the first swear word of the entire series of Let's Plays, because I noticed that I hadn't said one yet, and I thought I would let you know I will swear in these Let's Plays. And this man does not get on with another NPC who I'm hoping to pick up later. So we'll be leaving him there. Now, we'll recruit volunteers before we do this mission, because we are about to go into this town and kill somebody. Now all these towns do look different, they all are unique, even if the differences are only slight in some cases. Now what we're looking for is a nervous man, and he will be holding a sword, and he will be hiding somewhere where you wouldn't really expect to find somebody, like behind a building or on the outskirts of town. I have seen these men hide in some very strange places. Like in some villages they're surrounded by hay, and I found one right in the very corner of the map. And there he is. Now we will be dealing with this man mounted, because unmounted there's a chance he could kick my ass, because I've already failed quite a few times in this Let's Play. And as you can see, this man denies everything, typically. And we are here to kill him, so there's no point beating around the bush. Let's just go chop him up a bit. Oh, we blocked. Ow. This wasn't what I was paid for. I was paid to kill you. Stop chopping me. This man is actually taking quite a beating, as you can see. He's covered in blood. And there we go. We have just killed Brabas the Tall and leveled up in the process, so not a bad day's work. I will be doing my level up and then probably ending this off here, because I don't have a timer, so I'm not sure how long this Let's Play has been going on. And I don't want them to go on too long, seeing as the last one took about 12 hours to upload. So I will see you in part 4 if you come along.